In 1984, engineers from Ford's Special Vehicle Operations Department introduced a new Mustang sporting the same 2.3-liter four-cylinder from the Ford Pinto with the addition of a turbocharger. This controversial Mustang was meant to compete with the European sports cars of the time, and it was the range topper of the Mustang line. Now, the sixth-generation Mustang makes an apparent return to form for Ford with the appearance of another 2.3-liter turbo four-cylinder, this time making 310 horsepower and 320 foot-pounds of torque. Despite this, it is merely the mid-range model of the S550 Mustang lineup, but how does it compare to its spiritual ancestor? In this highly scientific comparison, we drive both cars in an attempt to find out.
I'm just going to put this next to the cup holder.
Everything's working. That means it's working.
Come on, clutch in.
God, that's a heavy clutch.
You're only used to modern clutches. It's so sweet.
That's a fun noise.
It's 5-speed? No? Yeah. So just over to the right.
I'm going to put my seatbelt on.
No.
Safety first!
In this car?
Where is the reverse on
Just over to the right.
Like that?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, he kills it.
No, you're the one that stalled the Mustang.
Be aware as well, there's probably an air bubble in the brake, so if you push it once, it's okay, and then you let up and push it again, it's better. At least avoid the branch. Oh.
It drives over it. It's got so much ride height.
It's still a Mustang, it's not a truck.
You sure? God, oh, hello, brakes.
Yeah.
Our faces are gonna go through the windshield.
You're not used to good brakes on a car.
We have good brakes. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's not be that mean to it.
Dad autocrossed it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he autocrossed it idling.
Probably true.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the pedal feel is very strange. Like, they just move.
What?
A lot.
The pedals?
Yeah, like the clutch is like super loose until you start to actually do something, and the brakes are just kind of there.
Oh. God, this is the oldest car you've driven, isn't it?
What year is it?
84.
Yeah, probably. This was the best Mustang you could buy.
Yes,
without.
yeah.
Hey, brakes, you wanna?
Yeah, they're good brakes, because it's a good
No,
car.
they're not. They're not good.
200 and...
Well, this red line's at 5,500. Oh.
Diagonal road. Yeah.
Look, there goes a Wrangler.
Well, that's a proper Wrangler.
4 doors.
It's a car. I mean, I will admit, like, this is the first time I've driven a Fox body.
Yeah.
It does not feel very big. It feels like a small car.
Yeah.
And like,
Man, I can't wait until you drive a good Fox body.
I mean, it's definitely a car.
Yeah, it is a car. I probably handled well.
Brakes?
200,000 miles ago, I'd say was
How
probably
does this
when
road work? Oh,
you can turn around there if you want.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, well, they came with Koni adjustables, the struts, I think it was. But I think they're pretty much broken in their most stiff setting. So that's why it rides the way it does.
This thing is broken? Wow, that's shocking.
Well, it's been wrecked.
Oh my god, the brakes. You have to double tap them to do anything.
I told you,
I know
yeah.
you told me. It's just strange.
There's an air bubble in there. I mean...
I'm surprised that I'm actually operating the clutch in a way that allows the car to drive.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell.
If this car were mechanic-owned, it'd be in a lot better shape.
Oh, I hear the little turbo there.
Yeah, well, it's old-school turbos, too, so it waits until about 3, or maybe even a bit before 3, and then you get your whoosh. Because it's old, you know, it's a big turbo and a small engine. It's turbo
So you're
lag.
saying it's worse than...
No, it's not
modern
worse.
one.
It's more exciting. Like, oh, here's the turbo. Like, we get it all the time.
This is
No, you have to
exciting
work for
because
the
I don't know
turbo.
if the brakes are working until I actually press on them.
This is why
I
bad
do like
cars.
the Hurst, like, T-bar shifter.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well, and the old tranny that was in it used to actually be a lot better than this one. This one, there's a lot more wiggle in it, but it's got a better fifth gear, and so that's why I put it in.
Oh, there's the clutch.
Good.
Look, normally when I drive cars, the brakes like work the way they're supposed to.
It's because you only drive boring cars, and you can. How long have you been driving stick?
You stalled mine the first time you drove it. You cannot say anything. God damn it. There we go. This thing is so fast. I feel like I'm doing 20.
God, you're so full of crap right now.
I actually did not think I was going 40.
Let's talk about NVH for a moment.
It makes a lot of noise.
Everything rattles.
It's a lot of vibration.
Like 30 years old. What do you expect?
It's 30 years old. It's been wrecked before. It's why the door doesn't fit quite right. It's also been on fire before.
You mean the door doesn't fit quite right? I couldn't tell from that 10 minutes of you trying to get the door shut that nobody saw.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Mine has rattles and squeaks too.
Yeah, yours are far worse.
It has rattles in your head.
No, it definitely makes a buzzing noise in the front left.
Yeah, but this one doesn't, so it's only yours that has...
Yes, it does. It just makes it also everywhere else in the car.
Are you saying you don't want to take this car on a road trip?
I have very little interest in road tripping this car.
Yeah.
Which I also do.
Woo! Ugh. Those are some stiff shocks.
Yeah, that's sport tuned suspension for it. Do you have Koni adjustables in your car?
Not yet.
Not yet, meaning no.
No, I
No,
don't.
you don't have. Okay, so 1 point to the old SVO.
1 point to the old SVO.
You gonna shift up into fifth anytime today?
I like the dashboard. I'll give you that. It looks cool.
Is there wood
There's
in your
a boost gauge?
Yeah, there's a boost gauge.
Oh, so fancy.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
have a
also-
real boost gauge.
There's also go ahead.
Let's see if we can hit the high score of the boost gauge.
No, let's not do any of
Do
that. No, there's a reason why you can't do that either. It's not just me being apprehensive. There used to be a wastegate on this car, and Dad said no. And so he took it off. And this thing will boost to 30, and it will blow its head gaskets if you want. And it has blown its head gaskets at least
Multiple
3 times.
times.
Yeah. So much so that I didn't know that blowing a head gasket was a big deal until I was like 19. I thought that was just kind of like something that happened. Like you also, like your fuel pump goes and then, oh, it blew a head gasket. But no. Yeah, numerous times we were in this and all of a sudden just white smoke would come out.
I will say, the visibility's good, and the bi-wing is low enough that you don't actually see it.
Yeah.
But the wood block kind of hurts the visibility.
Does your car have wood in it?
I don't think so.
Okay, strike against your car.
Yeah, but this didn't have wood from the factory.
It should have. Yeah,
I mean, once you're like on a smooth highway, like other than whatever's making the noise in there.
Okay, so what is making the noise is a leaf that is in the blower motor.
Like it's actually the road noise isn't bad.
No, it's pretty bad.
I feel like it understeers at the limit.
It probably does understeer at the limit, so it's a strike against
On
this
its
car.
lug.
Here's another fun one for you.
Flips down. So fancy.
It disintegrated.
Hey man,
That
Ford
is-
quality.
That is build quality.
I'm sure it was quality 30 years ago.
So, turning radius.
Better than Jake's car.
Yes, I will admit
The
that.
clutch is not going to
0.4.
survive today.
Come on.
Got an amplifier gauge too, which amplifies sound or it amplifies power. Don't know yet.
It's like caressing them, saying, "Hey, brakes,
Yeah,
we're gonna be braking soon."
you're used to just getting what you want always. In this car, you don't just get what you want.
Unless what I want is to be wondering if I'm gonna actually slow down. That's easy to see out of this windshield right now.
I mean, in your car, you just get what you want, and you can like see.
Not that well though. Modern Koni car.
The Mustang SVO makes you appreciate the gift of sight
Exactly.
by sometimes taking it away from you.
Yeah.
That doesn't help at all.
What you've got is like a rattle, 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 rattle. So, part 1, your car, does it go in miles an hour or does it go in ground speed?
Ground speed,
Ground speed.
which is awesome.
Is there a mode for airspeed? Does it flight?
No,
No?
it's a car, not
Oh.
a plane. Let's see, can Jay drive the new one without stalling it this time?
Backup cameras.
Backup camera, point my car.
It's just more weight.
Like,
You want sport mode?
I do want sport mode.
Do you want track mode?
I mean, we're on the track.
what? So
It's much quieter in here. I
Is
feel
it,
like we
though?
might actually be able to
Ooh, I
hear.
gotta double tap these brakes.
Oh.
I mean, compared to what you did to that car, I feel like I'm doing okay.
He says as he hunts for the clutch.
The clutch is just a switch.
No, it's not.
It's either
You're just
in
bad at driving.
or out.
The car does what
Is it
you ask
heavy
it
steering
to.
mode or no?
I think so. Should be. What does it say?
Steering feels sport.
Yeah, that's the heaviest.
What are the other two settings?
Comfort and normal. Okay, I
I'm
just
kind of
leave it in
surprised
sport.
how light sport is. I almost thought they would have gone for kind of an artificially heavy feel, but they haven't. It's still light.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's not bad.
I'm gonna give a point to the SVO for rear headroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can't fit my fingers between my head and the
this
back
car
wheels.
is not really made for a backseat passenger.
Well, and speaking of which, what is the cargo room like in this compared to the SVO?
Well, it's not a hatchback.
So, not as much. Point to the
You're
SVO.
right. Yes, the SVO is probably slightly more practical.
Yeah.
The ride
It is
quality is a
quiet.
definite improvement over the 30-year-old car.
Yeah. Well, but this has like comfort and soft suspension, and the other one has
Oh,
racing
really?
suspension.
Sure. This is not the performance pack car, so it doesn't have the stiffer shocks.
I'm also curious.
Should have got the GT.
Yeah, I was about to go.
Oh
there.
my god. Can you drive a stick? When was the last time you drove a stick?
Yeah, let me do your method of driving stick. It's quiet.
It is quiet. It's got good seals.
Yeah, well, how many miles is
MVH
it?
is low.
2,000. Wow, 2,895 miles.
Seems so comfy.
This car is too quiet.
Really? It's too quiet. I
Point to the
I want my senses assaulted at all times when I'm in a car.
That's the only way to have it. I gotta say, the
That's
fake
nice.
engine noises do sound pretty throaty.
Yeah. I just wish they would do more. I feel like,
Yeah, I would rather it be louder. If they're
well,
gonna do it.
I don't mean just louder. Like, we know it's fake, and they say that it's augmented by the real engine noise, and okay, fine. I don't know if that's true or not. There is a microphone in here somewhere. It's like back here.
Right.
And I think that's for noise canceling. But it's like that Renault. I don't remember. I think it was
Oh.
no, it was a Peugeot. It was a Peugeot hatch, like the hot hatch, I think.
No, it was a Renault because they had a whole bunch of.
Oh yeah, because they had
sounds.
Nissan stuff.
Yeah.
So the Renault, it was the Megane or whatever. Like you can pick the fake sound.
Right.
I want to be able to do that. Like if you're gonna make it fake, let me have more fun with it.
Yeah, I get your reasoning.
I would probably just leave it in whatever this sound is.
Right.
But like
it defaults whenever you start
you know
it up.
you have a sixth gear in this thing, right? Point modern SVO. Like let me put on 4 GT sounds.
Yeah,
Screw it.
That would be pretty gnarly. I'll give you that.
Oh look, there goes another one. Ooh, convertible. It looks like it's wearing it.
So tell us, Jacob, why didn't you buy the GT?
Because I'm poor. For me, what the Ecoboost Mustang is it's a car that's really good, except for the fact that it's called a Mustang. And I'm not saying that it being called a Mustang makes it a worse car, but it gives it a bad reputation. Because if you tell somebody, I have a Mustang with a 4-cylinder, they're, why don't you get a V8?
Yeah.
But if it had been, for example, if this had been a Fusion Coupe, if it had been exactly like it is, with Ford badges instead of Mustang logos, and been called a Fusion Coupe, people would love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
a
would
300 horsepower, turbocharged, 4-cylinder, rear-wheel drive Ford. The only thing they would complain about is the thing they already complain about, which is it's too heavy. But that's true for like every single modern sports car.
Yeah, this seems the correct answer to if you're not satisfied with a BRZ or a Genesis.
Right. Well, and it's like in its price bracket, I honestly think it's one of the best cars you can buy. Either this or the Camaro are going to be the best choice. I my experience with it compared to the limited experience I've had with the new Camaro, I like the way this looks better. I like this car's interior better. So like, it maybe gets an edge there.
Yeah.
But what this compares to more than like the V8 Mustang is like a BMW 135, a BMW M235, Audi A5, like those German sports sedans and sports coupes. So like for me, what made me look at it in the first place was my mom has an Audi A5 and I love that car. I could never afford one new and I don't want to buy a used Volkswagen product.
Right.
So I landed on, okay, this is basically that car, just rear-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive and more power. Also, the automatic climate control in this is like ultimate first world problem.
Yeah.
The way it's programmed is kind of annoying because for some reason in its programming it thinks, oh, you want it to be 72 in here? I'm only going to vent it to your face, and even on the lowest setting you're getting like a lot of air, and I want it to do both so that it's less.
Yeah.
And like you have to go into climate and then hit and like that's a pain in the ass. I think this is a win for the modern SVO.
No?
We'll find out in editing.
Yeah, we will find out then.
Because I have not been keeping track.
Well, I mean, the old one's going to win. No
you
matter
know what has to come next? Autocross face-off.
Good luck with that.